we are back. Welcome.
Season 2.
Season 2. Episode 1 of Season 2.
Yes, sir.
It's been a while since we recorded one, so... Yeah, it actually hasn't been that long. We recorded one and then scrapped it
It was trash.
Ago. It wasn't that great.
Horrible. Worst thing I've ever laid eyes on. Goes by... Oh.
I don't know what that was. I think that was the easel that's behind the camera there.
I gotcha.
But yeah, so...
But yeah, we're professional painters, actually.
Yeah. Well, that's our side gig.
Yeah.
Apart from Movie Truck Mondays, which we get paid for.
Definitely get paid for by Arby's, of course.
By Arby's. Our sponsor for... Not a sponsor. We could, can we get in trouble for that if we say they're a sponsor?
Probably one day.
Okay, they're not a sponsor, but we would like a sponsor. So Arby's, if you're watching.
If the entire company is watching this.
We're basically the mascots of Arby's.
I mean, if you work at Arby's, comment down below. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. We could be like, you know those two guys from the Sonic commercials that were there for a while? We could be those guys, but for Arby's.
That could be us.
So, hit us up, Arby's. We're willing to work for you. I just realized I do not remember the name of the movie we're watching.
Is it Breaking Time or Redeeming Time or something to do with time? Saving Time?
Saving Time.
Going back in time.
Let me consult the laptop here.
It's basically the Christian equivalent of Fast and Furious.
It's Buying Time.
Buying Time.
We are watching Buying Time.
Was that one of my guesses?
You said like Redeeming Time.
Redeeming Time, Catching Time.
All right, so we are watching Buying Time. It is a 2019 film.
Newest film we watched.
Newest film we've watched yet so far. So far yet.
They're actually about to move, so this setup is temporary.
We'll keep the couch though. The wall behind us might change, and you just got used to this set. So sorry to take it away from you so soon.
I'm sorry. You don't like change, do you?
No.
But it's just part of life.
Just part of it.
Yeah.
Part of 2022.
Yep.
All right.
It sure is.
So, Buying Time 2019. We can't tell you much more about it.
Can't even tell you the director. This guy said while I was heading over here that he would set up and go ahead and have everything set up. Then I get here and he's like, well, let's go get everything set up. And so...
It is 7:15.
It took you a while to figure that out.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I didn't have everything set up at the time I was playing.
Had nothing set up.
I was playing Spider-Man with my little brother.
The room was here pretty much.
The room was here. Hey, that's all we need.
Yeah.
Except for the camera and the laptop and the lights. And him.
I'm here.
So he's here now. So without further ado, we are going in for Movie Track Mondays, episode 1 of season 2, basically episode 4, Buying Time. So let's jump into it.
Big event pictures. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil walks about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. 1 Peter 5:8. My land, that's loud.
Yeah, I'm going to turn that down a little bit.
It is meant to be a warning. Do not ignore this warning.
Okay.
Oh, this guy's sick. You can just tell. Not sick like ill, but like, I mean sick like.
No, he's
cool.
ill.
He is.
He's got the cool
ill.
motorcycle disease.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
What if I told you you were in the Matrix?
Yeah, that's what it feels like. If this guy's name is not Caleb, I swear. He looks so much like a Caleb.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Are you going to hurt me?
Mr. Demas, you and I both know what's in here. In and out of foster homes, uncontrollable, violent, given to lawlessness.
Why did he say it like that?
Lawlessness.
You're what they call a bad egg.
Oh my gosh, he has green eyes.
Guess I'm all yours.
You're catching on.
Hey, what are you doing, man? Come on, man. I said I'd help, right? Come on, man.
My lord, glad I don't have epilepsy. My Lance.
They didn't even put an what now?
They did put a warning. They did.
But it was a warning to... No, it was to heed this warning.
It's 2 warnings, so.
I don't know.
So what's this all about?
We just need to talk.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard when I got these on. Will someone please take these off me?
He can't talk with his hands behind his back.
Yeah, makes his mouth dry out a little bit.
Yeah. You know I got a gesture when I talk.
Yeah.
He must be Italian.
Yeah.
I got to gesture.
Yeah, because he definitely looks Italian.
Shut up.
Come on, Adam.
Are you deaf?
Hey, you're the one that's got to talk with your hands. ASL joke.
Try this again.
Got a dust thing.
I don't want to go to hell, Gus.
Then don't. Jesus provided the way out. He's standing at the door with his arms wide open to you. All you gotta do is walk through it.
Boy, you can't really make fun of this stuff.
Oh, you're killing me, man. He's killing me. Lord, I'm a sinner. Please forgive me for being such a wuss.
Just as soon as you compliment this movie, it's
You felt like someone or something's watching you.
What are you talking about?
that's me, whispering sweet nothings in your ear. I'm on the roof. Whoa!
I've got a camera there.
You're on Prank Stars. Wait, no, what was that? What was that? Punk. That's what it was.
Yeah.
What was Prank Stars? Where did I get that
Ashton
from?
Kutcher, what are you doing here?
They see you, and many of them hate you.
Why would they hate me?
For the same reasons they hate me.
They hate us because we're too fast.
Cuts the card.
Perfect.
What's up? I don't know. You tell me.
Jesus said, unless you are born again, you cannot enter the kingdom of God. So the dude says, well, how can I be born again? I can't go back inside my mom and be born again.
This is awesome.
And then Jesus said, and this is so cool, he said, look at the wind. Any of you ever seen the wind?
Sure, man, all the time.
Yeah, it's all
No, you haven't. You've seen the effect of the wind. You've seen the trash blow and the trees bend, but you never actually seen the wind.
Hey, Nita.
How you feeling?
Much better.
That's good. You've been like a ghost.
I know, I
I never see you. You never call. I've missed talking to you. So let's go to Vegas and make it legal.
But he also said two people shouldn't be unequally bound together.
I believe in God.
So does the devil. The issue's not whether you believe in God, it's whether Jesus Christ is Lord of your life.
Bam. You and Petey are like the only family that I've got left.
I thought I heard crying.
No, it's okay. Nita just needed to talk.
Come on, I was just about to fix up some breakfast.
I really should be going.
Please, I could use the help.
I can't really cook. Dad, coming to need just get out of the room.
Why don't you help me with the dishes?
Man, I was right. She can't cook.
She can't even crack an egg.
Thanks for fixing breakfast, Mama, but I'm not hungry anymore.
It's okay, baby.
What are you doing?
Man shall not live by bread alone.
Yeah, so?
Denny's is open for breakfast all day.
Oh! I probably just peeked out the window.
Yeah.
One run, then you're mine.
Whatever you say, preacher. Whatever you say.
Now it's time for the rebuilding the car montage.
Some people think it's all about the horses. But it's all about the torque. Yep.
You know, it's all about the torque.
Yeah.
You learned that in car class.
Yeah. Stinking pull a sheet off. This is getting weird, okay?
I just want to get Sam. I want to get Sam. You don't have a choice. If he's going to get you, he's going to get you. I just don't want to see you get hurt. You're my brother, and I love you.
I love you too, man.
She just had to take the shortcut.
Yeah, I know the shortcut that goes directly in front of the path they're going to be racing.
Yeah.
They made a bet that Ben could preach or something if Nikki would race him.
I'm sure that's not all it's about. We've got to stop this. God is not honored when men break his laws, no matter what the reason.
I'll drive. I know a great shortcut.
Gus, I'm here. I messed up. It's okay. No. God's got it under control. I love you, bro. Watch out for my brother.
Oh, God, no!
Well, these things are never fun, huh?
But Jesus said to him, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also. So the dude says, Lord, we don't know where you're going. How are we supposed to get there?
Nicholas Demas, you are charged under Section 6 of the Federal Hate Crimes Act with knowingly participating and engaging in activities and practices which purposely discriminate against individuals based on race, gender, or sexual orientation.
Because I'm a Christian.
Make a choice. I don't get it. Get off me. I don't understand. They used you to get video of me telling you about Jesus Christ. But you were just telling me a story.
Get him out of here.
Adam, don't let the story end here. Ah! Jesus died for you, Adam. Don't waste it. This life means nothing. No! Lay it down. No!
Good grief.
I liked the other ending better.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, then what? That's the ending? My lands? I'm probably not gonna sit like that. Okay, so the first thing, and I didn't forget about it, I told you to remind me about it, and you didn't even have to remind me about it because I remembered. But me and my sister were talking about one time, and there was a guy in the youth group who would give his friends like $5 or whoever it was to come to church just for like one service. I think that was the agreement. And then Brooke always thought that was wrong. And I don't know if she like confronted him or she just asked him why he did that one day. And he didn't see it as necessarily wrong. I don't know if he continued to do it, but yeah, is this something I thought about when he said like, okay, if I race you one more time, you guys have to give your undivided attention to me. And so, what is your opinion on that? Make an agreement with them, like if they do this, if they come to one service, you'll do this for them or something like that.
One of my friends told me about one time, I think it was his dad. He was the children's pastor of their church. And I think it was like if they had a certain attendance or if they gave a certain amount in the offering, he like...
Do not say they had a pizza party.
No. He like dyed his hair pink, I think, or something like that.
That's still not good.
Yeah. So anyway, and it's things like that. So I think that, the scripture says no man comes to the Father unless he draws them.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
So if you have to use other things to persuade people, be it racing them or giving them $5, or then, they may be coming to church and they may be, sitting down listening to the message, but if it's not the Lord working on their heart, and if it's not genuine, them wanting to be there and them wanting to listen to it, it's going to be no different than them rejecting it any other time they've heard it.
Yeah.
And I mean, there may be cases where, they were persuaded by other means, and then through that the Lord worked on them, but that's kind of the camp I'm in. It should be the Lord working on
I've heard about people going to a service just because they heard there was going to be like a free meal afterwards, and they gave their life to the Lord, through the service. I've heard about stuff like that, but I think intentionally bribing them just to get them to that service, I think that's kind of not the right way of going about things. But
because you should, you put yourself out there, you invite them, you evangelize to them, you tell them the gospel, and you allow that to be the ultimatum.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to set the ultimatum with something else, and let the Lord work on their heart whether or not they're going to say yes or say no. Let the Lord, you sow the seed, and then the Lord will cultivate that, rather than sowing the seed in other ways. Sow the seed with the gospel, then let the Lord cultivate it with conviction and drawing them to Him.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's good.
So,
well, that's just one thing that as soon as I saw that in the movie, it made me think back to that. But
had to get it out while I was fresh.
Yeah. One thing I will say, I thought the acting for the most part was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was something that stuck out to me. Like, I genuinely disliked the younger brother there for a little while, and I really liked Bam. Like, I don't know why, but like
he was. I don't know.
Bam did a really good job.
Really
I guess.
solid character.
Yeah. I liked Bam. Just I guess everyone else just did their job. The kid or whatever, or the guy's kid that was when in the whole present or the future, whatever it was. He did a decent job. There was a few times where he'd go a little over. He
overreached.
Yeah, sometimes.
Like he never underacted. Like that was never a problem.
Yeah, like the one scene where it cut back and he's like laughing and then he's like, "Are you serious?" Something like that. This guy's
You're
serious?
killing me.
Yeah, something like that.
That's one thing I was thinking about. Okay, so the difference between the two parts of the movie. So there were two parts of the movie. There was the part where that takes place in the past, an undefined year, and then there's the part that takes place in the near future, and they felt like two just completely different things. It almost felt like, and I kind of wanted to look it up to see if that's the case, it almost felt like they shot the car movie separately, and then added those scenes in later to kind of build on the message.
They're like, "Oh my lord, we didn't get enough car footage." Like,
exactly.
So they're like, "We gotta find a way to stretch this out."
We gotta figure out how to fill, because it's almost like two completely different messages.
Yeah.
Because the car, the car part, the flashbacks, all those were focused on salvation, focused on sin.
Yeah.
Really strong messages. I thought all of the parts.
Most of the flashbacks, besides is like the excessively long scenes of them doing burnouts and stuff like that, them showing 2 seconds of a race. All of those I didn't care too much for, but like the scenes talking about salvation, I thought all of those were really well done.
They were really well done, and the tone was consistent. The actors played it really well. And it was just well done. But the flash forward scenes that takes place in that dark room, those were
they were very hit or miss. I feel like sometimes I'm like, especially I don't know. Sometimes I didn't mind them, but then other times they were pretty rough.
And I was like, because I mentioned something about we were wondering whether maybe they filmed it earlier and then released it in 2019.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I feel like they filmed those scenes later. Because I was like, nothing really dated it until they started talking about like political correctness and like the gender and the racial things. That's very, of course, it's obviously been a topic of discussion for a while, but that seemed very much like a lot of people talking today. But it just felt very like two completely different things.
There were a few parts in the movie that kind of made you like face palm or whatever with the whole like, I know a shortcut, and it was on the track they were racing on.
In the middle of the
I'm like oh my I feel like they could have found an easier way to kill off Ben, or not easier, but a better way to kill off Ben.
Okay, that's what I was not expecting.
Bam, that's what I meant.
Kill off Bam.
But you said it.
I said that, but I was like, that would be a wild move to be like, because he was already saved. He had already been in a car wreck. He got saved. I didn't think they would make the repercussion of him going back to the racing, him dying. I had the thought, and that's why I said that. I was like, that would be a wild move if they did that, and they ended up delivering on it. Like that almost makes up for, in the last episode, how they didn't deliver on the guy actually being one of the thieves on the cross. They actually went there. That's one thing I appreciated about the movie. They went there.
Yeah, they took that risk.
Yeah.
And it could have easily been like the little brother was on his dying breath or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And the older brother, Bam, was trying to lead him to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
What was the younger brother's name? I have no clue.
No.
Petey. Petey, wasn't it Petey or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
And so it could have easily been him dying or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, they just went with it.
I didn't think that they were in the future most of the movie. Most of the movie, I was just speculating they were like, I don't know, like, how people they'll die and they'll go to hell for 20 minutes or something like that, or they'll go for heaven that was a horrible representation of heaven if it was. It's all dark and everything. But I just thought it was something like that.
Like purgatory.
Yeah, and then he was going to like wake up or something like that. Or he's going to be, a dream or a vision, something like that. But it's supposedly the future, and then the whole them killing him off at the end, that was kind of crazy. But, it was wasn't expecting the gunshot there at the end.
You have been warned.
Yeah.
It seemed like a little overkill. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it had a very, even if the editing was a little janky there at the end with like all the different scenes that we had already seen within like 20 minutes of each other. But it was a touching ending, and then they cut back to that, and he's like, "Run! You still have a choice to make."
Yeah. Solid film. I don't know if I'd ever watch it again.
I probably wouldn't watch it again.
Okay, but overall, what do you give it? Our rating scales on a scale of 1 to 10, right? Yeah.
Wait, I want to talk about one more thing for a minute. I really, really want to emphasize just how well they did the parts with the salvation message and talking about sin and talking about how Jesus, takes the place and how God looks at his righteousness when you get to heaven if you're saved and different things like that. I really do want to give the movie props for that because it does that really, really well.
I think the whole Bam, they did good with him for a while there. He wasn't going to go back to that old lifestyle. People think, you give your life to the Lord, then you can just live however you want. You're good. You're still going to heaven, but that's not the way it is. Right. You're changed. You're redeemed. You're set on a new path. I mean, everything about you has changed. Your attitude towards things. I mean, I think they did a really good job of showing that in Bam's life. And then he ultimately got, I guess, coaxed into doing one last.
And that kind of goes to show it's a good example of doing the right thing with the wrong method. And how there's consequences to, even if you are well intentioned, even if you are trying to, do something for God, trying to spread the gospel. Even if you are well intentioned, if you go about it the wrong way, if you use worldly methods, which in this day and age, kind of a big problem. Yeah. If you use worldly methods, there are consequences to that. So that's another thing. That's another good message in the movie.
Yeah.
So overall, I mean, if you're looking at if I was to show out of all of the movies we watched, if I wanted someone to get a good message from it, I think this has the best, just clear-cut, 100% message. Of salvation, of Christ, of doing things like that. But, okay, so back to the scale. I'd probably give it a strong 7.5.
I'm giving it a 7.5. I was going to give it an 8.
Okay, so what is that, 7.75? Averaged out?
Yeah, I guess.
I'll give it an 8.
We'll round it up to an 8.
Yeah,
so that's a B.
So we give... What's the movie title?
Buying Time.
Buying... Is it Buying Time?
I think it's Buying Time.
We give Buying Time a 8 out of 10. So, that wraps it up for Season 2, Episode 1. No?
I'm tired.
Me too.
That movie can wipe me out.
It was...
Any movie wipes me out anymore.
You
just an hour and a half of... sitting here, and I mean, it's just it's good, but it's a good movie.
We'll get an energy drink in him next time.
Yeah.
So
we'll see you later.
Yeah. Hope you have.
Wait. What was our?
We never came up with a real catchphrase.
A lot of the comments said we have the meats. You can pop those up on the screen.
Yeah. Is that? I was gonna ask him if he meant for that to be our catchphrase or not. Okay. The camera overheated, so we're not sure how much time we have.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. We have the meats, and we love you.